what I want to share with you today is something I've been chewing on for several days. I mean, several days. God brought this to my attention. The word entitlement. Entitlement. That means the condition of having a right to have, do, or get something. The feeling or belief that you deserve to be given something. You know, entitlement has two attitudes. I am exempt from responsibility, and I am owed special treatment. You know, so the first example of entitlement in the Bible that I could see was Satan in Isaiah 14:12-14. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. So I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. So Satan himself here felt he was entitled to be like God. And then there's many more examples, of course, but then I thought of Naaman in 2 Kings 5. You know, Naaman was a leper, and some people told him to go to the preacher, and the preacher could help him get cured of his leprosy. So when he got there, the prophet just told him, go wash in the Jordan River 7 times. And the Bible says in verse 11, but Naaman was wroth and went away and said, behold, I thought he will surely come out to me and stand and call on the name of the Lord his God and strike his hand over the place and recover the leper. But can I tell you, he didn't receive the treatment that he thought he should have gotten. You know, I'm telling you, we have a lot of commercials on television that say to us, you deserve this. And that's why our credit cards are maxed out. There's a lot of us that we deserve a break today. Ever heard that slogan? Yeah, you deserve a break today. But, it's okay that once in a while you do deserve a break, but for you to feel that way all the time is not scriptural. Scripturally, the Bible says in Galatians 2:20, I am crucified with Christ. Nevertheless, I live, yet not I, but Christ liveth in me. And the life which I now live in the flesh, I live by the faith of the Son of God, who loved me and gave himself for me. Then Philippians 2:3 says, let nothing be done through strife or vainglory, but in lowliness of mind, let each esteem other better than themselves. I was having a particularly hard day last week, one day, and all of a sudden I started thinking of a family I know, Scott and Tess Ryder in Michigan, whose little daughter, I think she's 4 years old now, has brain tumors. And they've saw a lot of victory. We've written articles in the Christian Womanhood magazine about it, or Tess has, shared a great spirit. They have a great spirit about this trial they're going through. And I started feeling sorry for myself and saying, you know what, why do I have these hard times? And why is this going on in my life? And all of a sudden I thought, you know what, there's somebody having a worse time than me. And I thought of Scott and Tess and how they're having to take their daughter to drive. I think they have to drive 2 hours to a place, a private facility, to be able to have a special treatment to try to help her make sure she doesn't have cancer cells. It's a pretty complicated story, but I'm just saying, you know what? Anytime you feel you're entitled to something, you better just step back, take a little look, and think, let each esteem other better than themselves. And as soon as you don't feel like you deserve it, then maybe you will. Great thought, isn't it? Rejoice in the Lord always, and again I say rejoice.